the day of the run, you were like, after we ran, you were like, ooh, I'm not gonna be able to walk tomorrow. Ooh.
But I came home, got a hot shower, I put on the muscle balm, Daddy's muscle balm, and I stretched. And that helped. Because these old track knees and this track hip right here were trying to give me the business. And Daddy was laughing as we were running because he was like, you acting like you still got that track form. I did. I said, once you had the track form, you don't ever lose it. So I tried to bring that back.
Welcome to Living in 3D Power, a space where questions matter, stories heal, and joy is our practice. I'm Dr. Amber Sessoms, and each week I sit down with my daughter Emma to talk honestly about life, identity, and the power of wonder. This season, we're guided by a sacred invitation. What would it look like if joy was our strategy, not our reward? Here, we discover truths long buried, discern paths toward freedom, and devote ourselves to living with authenticity and love. Together, across generations, we're learning that joy is not the prize at the finish line. It's the rhythm that carries us forward.
Hey, it's me, Emma. Welcome back to Living in 3D Power. And today we are going to be talking about girls on the run.
What's the chant? I thought you were going to go into the chant.
Too loud.
You don't have to do it loudly.
Girls on the run is so much fun.
So tell our listeners, because I would imagine some of them might not know what Girls on the Run is.
Yeah. So Girls on the Run is basically this like running program where you do lessons and you run and you do lessons about like friendships and like your emotions and stuff. And yeah.
And I think the part that you keyed in on, two things, like the running and the emotions, I think are really, really important for us right now as we're in this grieving process. What I appreciate about Girls on the Run, it talks about emotional well-being, but also your physical well-being. So combining those two, I think, is really important. And I think it was really good because what did we do this past Sunday that I wasn't prepared for, but I'm kind of proud of myself.
I beat her.
You did what?
I beat you.
And what?
The 5K, which if you don't know, if you haven't ran track before, it's 17 laps.
17 laps is equivalent to what? It was 17 laps probably around your track at school.
Yeah.
It's I'm pretty sure 3.1 miles. So we ran that all around Harrisburg Area Community College. So they blocked off a running path for us. And I was Emma's running buddy. I have no idea why I decided to be a running buddy. In my head, I thought Emma's going to train twice a week after school. So she was after school at practice 3:30 to 5. And she would do her lesson and they would run. And they gradually got up to 5K. How many times did you run it in practice? Maybe twice? Did you practice 2 or 3 times?
We practiced once.
Oh, you got through it one time and you just kind of like, but that was the goal. So then on Sunday, as her running buddy, on one of the coldest mornings, well, it was cold.
It wasn't.
We warmed up because we were moving, but it was pretty cold. So we had the thermals on, we had the heating packs, we had all the things. But because of life and because of grief, I didn't really train. So I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but it's mental toughness. Mental toughness. So Emma was primed and ready to go. That girl got energy for days, and she about dusted me. She actually did. And then at the finish line, we talked about we're going to run it together because Daddy was videotaping and Mr. Stem was taking pictures, and she just goes off. And I'm like, Emma, Emma. She heard me, but she acted like she
did not. No.
She kicked it in a high gear, and I had to catch up to her. And I'm like, I'm about twice her size. But I kicked it at the very end. I said, I caught up to you. And then she darts off so she could cross the finish line before me. But I will say, Emma,
competitive.
I'm glad that I did it, even though there's a part of me that was like, I don't want to. It got my body moving. It got me around community. It got me to hang out with you in a different way. And I got to see how hard you worked. And you did something that maybe before you didn't think you could accomplish.
It felt like 5 laps.
Oh, now she's bragging. It didn't feel like 5 laps
No,
to me.
it didn't even feel like 17 laps.
That's because you worked hard for it. Like you got yourself there to that level that you could do it without it feeling like it was wearing on you. Because early on you would be like, oh, my muscles are sore. And how do you feel now? Are you sore at all?
Mm-mm.
I'm a little bit sore, y'all, but not too much. I'm actually proud of myself.
On the day of the run, you were like, after we ran, you were like, ooh, I'm not going to be able to walk tomorrow. Ooh.
But I came home, got a hot shower, I put on the muscle balm, Daddy's muscle balm, and I stretched. And that helped. Because these old track knees and this track hip right here were trying to give me the business. And Daddy was laughing as we were running because he was like, you acting like you still got that track form. I did. I said, once you had the track form, you don't ever lose it. So I tried to bring that back. But again, I think it was really good. So we just wanted to briefly talk to y'all about Girls on the Run, what Emma learned, and just have a conversation about it, just so y'all know a little bit more about how you can bring in somatic practices, body awareness, and the emotional aspect. So what are you sharing with the audience?
So we have 3 pages that we're going to talk about.
But in what? What is this booklet or journal?
Girls on the Run, Hello Bold Heart.
So everyone got one of these booklets for your season? And I'm trying to think how many weeks, maybe 10 weeks. I don't know how many weeks you started. Maybe in September? And it culminated into December. Oh, no, it's only November. Lord. Something like that. A couple of weeks, but it was good. So what page do you want to talk about first?
Page 2.
Okay, go ahead.
This is funny.
What is on page 2? What is this page about?
I forgot to write my GOTR name.
Oh yeah, tell them about that.
So, on the the second or third day, it might have been the first. We came up with our GOTR name, which stands for Girls on the Run, and mine is Excited Emma.
So alliteration. You know what my GOTR name is? Authentic Amber. Yeah, I used to be on the Girls on the Run board in a neighboring county, and we do some of the spirit fingers. We do all the things that y'all do. So Authentic Amber and Excited Emma. I like it.
It says, I am excited Emma, I am shy, and I am drawing.
Now, for those of y'all listening, who would ever think Emma is shy? Because I would never describe you that way. But read in parentheses what it says.
It depends when I'm singing or dancing and you're like, Emma.
When I try to video record you.
I'm like.
But what does it say in parentheses here on the journal?
Something about me that you can't see.
And yeah, I would think that most of y'all would not ever say that Emma is shy. Because even when you were a baby, Emma, we have like Christmas plays at your preschool. I will never forget. All the kids are screaming and crying, and you're just like front and center, waving, doing all the things like you didn't have a care in the world. And your older sister, Maya, and even JoJo, they did not like any of that. But you were just like, hey, attention on me. Like you never presented as shy. So to hear this, I think is helpful even for me as your mom to be like, sometimes something you can see, something about me that you can't see, that sometimes you are shy. So there's things that we don't exhibit in the everyday world that can also be true of us. So it's helpful for me to know that. So when I'm like, come on, Emma, and you're like, I don't want to, it's because I'm being shy. I'm shy sometimes, Mommy.
You're like, let me film this. Do it again. And I'm like, okay, so I am shy and I am drawing.
But you're drawing, so you would say like maybe an artist, something I enjoy doing.
Drawing.
Yeah.
I enjoy doing drawing. I am uniquely me. I am seafood boil. Of my favorite food.
I did not know your favorite food was seafood boil.
I am seafood boil, and I am my drawing. Something I'm proud of.
Your drawings. So you have lots of drawing books all over the house.
Yes, and they're mostly almost filled. So.
And what is your thing that you like to draw the most?
Faces.
Yeah, you're really good at faces, and just even maybe just particularly you'll do an eye or a lip or something like that, just getting good at that craft. So that's pretty cool.
A nose.
A nose. All those things are hard to draw, but I think taking it, doing one piece at a time, and putting it all together. Because I think that's on the last page too. You did a whole face. And named that person Baby Joey. But I think you're being silly with that one.
Yes, Baby Joey.
Who's Baby Joey?
I don't know. I made him up. I was just with my friends, and I was like, I'm going to draw something. And this is Baby Joey.
Okay.
Baby Joey. So, back to this. Okay. I am uniquely me. I am my family, someone or something that is important to me.
Oh, your family is important to you.
And I am to be a fashion designer. A dream I have for myself. I am uniquely me.
Yes, you definitely do want to be a fashion designer. And you have said before that your family is really important. So that is awesome. I love that. Just thinking about the things that are important to you. Do you share these with your coaches? Because this booklet, you have this booklet, but what I think is important also to know is that Girls on the Run, I want to say 12,000 chapters? I don't know if that's across the globe or if that's in the States, but schools, so Emma's school, there's volunteers, so it could be anyone, community member. But I think in particular for yours, it wasn't teachers, it was mostly moms.
Yeah, moms.
That volunteered their time to do 2 lessons a week and to get the girls ready, and they did all the lessons.
Snacks.
And got snacks, all the things. So I think it's a really awesome opportunity. This is Emma's last year to participate in this level. They have 3rd through 5th grade, but they do have a older group for, I think, 6th and 7th graders. So we can talk about, maybe that might be something you want to participate in later.
7?
Yeah, they have something. I forget what it's called, though. But yeah, so what else is in your journal that you wanted to look at?
Page 8.
So what's on page 8? What is this about?
Be assertive, be a tree.
Be a tree. So talk about be assertive, be a tree. What is it saying here?
So there's 4 different boxes.
Mm-hmm.
This page.
They don't have the book. You're just showing them? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Assertive, sharing my heart in a clear and confident way. Assertive sounds like, I don't like it when, can we try, I think we should, I would like to, please help me with. Aggressive, sharing my heart in a mean and forceful way. Passive, sharing my heart in a timid or uncertain way or not sharing at all.
So what's the preferred method here to share your heart?
Assertive. There's descriptions of it.
Yeah, I like that because assertive, it says kind and firm like a tree. I like that as an example. And I would say also too, like you're rooted in your foundation. What are you rooted in? Your values, your strength, your faith would help you be assertive. Mm-hmm. Aggressive, they have scary and angry like a storm. And then passive, unsteady and easily blown away like a feather. And you know what's coming to mind, and we don't have to get into details about it, but what you told me this morning about why you didn't want to go to lunch. And I didn't even know this was your lesson, but what did I say to you this morning about if someone is making fun of you? Do you remember the language that I used about how do you talk back to them?
Assertive?
I didn't say assertive, but I said firm.
Yeah, firm.
Yeah, so being firm. And that's kind of along the same lines that you're letting people know that you don't like a certain thing and that you're not going to disrespect me, right? So being assertive, I don't like it when. So they're giving you a sentence starter, then you can say, I don't like it when you say this about me, right? And then what I said, if it gets to that level and you're saying that and it's not respecting you, then what do you do?
Tell a teacher.
Yeah, but also what we talked about is when that person said that about you, what happened with the other girls at your table? What did they do?
They said, stop it, and that's rude.
And then he stopped, right? Yeah. And I think it's important that the thing that's here, like be assertive, be a tree, you can be rooted in community as well. So even though you wouldn't necessarily say that those girls are your closest friends, they had your back. And I think that's really important when you're thinking about community, and thinking about if I'm saying something and being assertive and being firm in what I say and my beliefs, and I know that I don't deserve to be disrespected, that it shows everyone else around me to do the same, and they support you through echoing. So there's something that I use a lot with my clients and even in students. It's speaking up. So a lot of what I was telling you this morning is like how you speak up, and assertiveness is speaking up for yourself. So one of the things when I said echo is you have the courage to speak up, and oftentimes, we've talked about this before, that we will say the thing that people are afraid to say, but then no one will support you, so then you're standing out there by yourself. But because you had those girls to stand up for you, he backed off. And I think that was a powerful way of being rooted, being assertive, and standing firm. And were any of those girls and Girls on the Run with you?
Mm-mm.
They weren't?
Mm-mm.
Were they in Club Ophelia with you?
Mm-mm.
So Club Ophelia, y'all, is something that we do in central Pennsylvania. I think it's just in central Pennsylvania, but it's working. Why you say no?
I don't know. I'm shaking my head because you're over here yapping like... This is about Girls on the Run.
I know. I just want, because I can't say something and not just talk about. Club Ophelia can be similar in a way, but it helps with relational aggression, which is a form of bullying, where they will say. So an example could be that you're at a cafeteria and people will. Anything in Mean Girls really is relational aggression. Mean Girls movie, or people will not want to sit with you, or they'll not include you, or things of that nature, and it teaches you how to be a better friend and to build community. So I was just wondering if they were in that group, but they just have really great social skills and they're compassionate. And maybe they're really focusing on your PBIS goals of being kind in school. So we like that. They're living it out loud. So what is the last page that you have that you want to share with everyone? Oh, your GOTR toolbox.
Big page.
Book page. So this is kind of the culmination of everything that you learned. Do you want to highlight some things for us?
Empathy, be a listener.
So under empathy, yeah, it says be a listener. And I think, wasn't that a lesson? So one of the lessons
every lesson. We write
bold
something.
listeners open doors. And you know what we missed was you have a certificate here, Emma Sessom's Strong Leader, has joyfully and successfully completed Hello Bold Heart. And it's signed by all your coaches. And why did they call you Strong Leader?
I'm a good listener.
Listen, and if you recall from season 1, y'all, and Emma, remember we were talking about what makes a good leader and makes a not so good leader? And the biggest thing you said was what?
Listen.
Yes. So I think what they say in GOTR is bold listening. So you said being a bold listener is paying attention to the speaker. So I think in here, bold listeners open doors. A, attention on the speaker. Be patient, curious questions. And that's one of my values is curiosity. So when you're listening, you're being attentive. You're really trying to pull things out of people and really understand their point of view. So I love that that's something that they taught you. This is all leadership development. You can never start too early with that. And I love that you have gotten this several different ways from Girls on the Run, from your school. What are you doing every week now at school? What's it called? The Leader in Me?
We don't do it
You don't do it every week?
We do it every
Every day
day
six.
six.
And is it Leader in Me?
Mm-hmm.
So that you as a young Black girl are getting all these different aspects of leadership development, I think is really, really important in a world that tells you to stay over there, that you're not a leader. You are naturally a leader. We all are. You just have to find your own path. So these programs, I think, are really key. And I just want to share just quickly, because you talked about Girls on the Run, and I pulled up just the website alone. What I think is really important is that they talk about they are really dedicated to creating a world where every girl knows and activates her limitless potential and is free to boldly pursue her dreams. So I'm going to just share the link about us, the About Us page for Girls on the Run, which talks about they are committed to activating girls' limitless potential, which I think is awesome in a world that tries to box girls in. And they talk about a girl box. I don't think Emma talked about girl box, but in society, right, when you come from a particular identity group, they try to keep you in the box. And this is saying you can dream your biggest dreams. So we talked about freedom dreaming on the stage with the other girls. And this is talking about pursuing your dreams freely and boldly. It talks about creativity integrated with running, which I love, the impact, and the local programs. It's really, really awesome. Again, it came at a really critical time for us. And I think it was really important to do that run with you as we coming up on 4 weeks since Uncle Avery's passing, I think it was just really, really pivotal that can help us get through the next stage of our grief. And we did it together, even in the cold, and Daddy was even there to cheer us on. And I think that was really, really important. And y'all, I'll send you the reel. You'll have that in the show notes too, the reel from just our time there together. Emma ran the whole race with her coat on. I handed my coat off to Daddy early on. Well, I actually gave you my coat because I thought I could just pack it in my book bag. But you kept that coat on the whole time, and you were at one point just started dashing off like you were running a 50-meter dash. But the girl has energy, so I think you found another skill set that you have. We already know that you're fast, and I'm hoping that since you're the last of the girls that you will run track like I did and keep that in the family. But anything that you're thinking about in your heart power that you want to impart, your chicken nugget wisdom for the good of the group as we head into this grateful season of gratitude or Indigenous Peoples Day, that we can tell the truth about our country and in light of Thanksgiving and how we can reclaim some of that.
Think about what you're thankful for.
I think that's super important. And what do we do every year for Thanksgiving?
A thankful tree.
A thankful tree. So we like alliteration here. So Emma cuts out paper ornaments with a circle punch with different pattern paper, and we ask everyone, Emma will go around and give everyone a piece of paper. She asks everyone to write on what they're thankful for. And I think that's going to be really important this holiday season, as a lot of us are entering a season of maybe this is the first holiday where we don't have a loved one with us, or it brings up a lot of emotions. A lot of people struggle around this holiday season because this is the time to get together with family, and some people don't have family to be around. They might have a chosen family. They might be estranged from their family, or they might not be able to travel to their family. So it's not always happy times for everyone. Yeah. So I think the practice of considering what we're thankful for gets us in the spirit of gratitude, that we can still find joy, and that's the theme of our season. Even in the midst of sorrow or grief, there's still something that we can hold on to that keeps us anchored. Or what did it say in here? This sort of was rooted, right? So it can keep us rooted and anchored. So can you think of anything you're thankful for this holiday season?
Family.
I knew you'd say family. And I would say the same. If anything, over these last 4 weeks, it has showed us the power of family and love and staying together. And Emma just got something today. She wanted to get a necklace that has Uncle Avery's name on it. And I think that's really important reminder. So family is important for if there are ancestors, which now Uncle Avery is, or even our family that's still living. Family, we're going to be thankful for family. And she's also wanting to show, what are you showing?
The medal we got.
Oh, yes, we did get a medal because we completed the 5K. And I'm really proud of myself at almost 45 years old that I did it, and I didn't tear anything. I don't have any sustaining injuries. But yes, we got a Girls on the Run 5K, and that was my first 5K run, and I'm glad I got to do it with you. Star power. So happy holidays, y'all. Remember Emma's activity to think about what you're thankful for and really stay rooted in that as you navigate this season. Take care.
Bye. I'm so glad you joined me and Mommy for this episode of Living in 3D Power. I hope you like it. Now do me a favor before you leave. Subscribe to our Substack and make sure you subscribe to wherever you listen to podcasts too. And hey, do me another favor. Share this episode with a friend or family member. If something we said made you laugh, made you smile, or it might mean something to them, just send it away. Okay, one more favor. That's a lot of favors, I know. Head over to the comments on our social media. Tell us what made you say, "That's deep, bro." Because your words encourage other people and they encourage us too. See you next time.